All right, now we're going to get into different careers in greenhouse management. And it was kind of difficult being making it very specific to plant propagation. And if you're working in plant propagation, you're going to be working in a greenhouse setting. So with this, you're going to be dealing with lab, you're going to be dealing with marketing. If you wanted to get into like pest management, you can do that. Harvesting, if you wanted to work in the field, there's so many opportunities in the greenhouse management industry that you all can get into. Here's a few: greenhouse caretaker, plant propagator, orchard caretaker, pesticide applicator, groundskeeper, tractor operator, combine harvester, greenhouse manager, golf course manager, pesticide dealer, crop supply salesperson, greenhouse supply salesperson, crop marketing specialist, crop production specialist, fertilizer technologist, erosion control scientist, soil conservationist, seed technologist, and turfgrass specialist. Working with plant genetics, plant breeder, biotechnologist, genetic engineer, plant pathologist, plant physiologist, working with statistics, weed scientist. The possibilities are endless, and these are just a few careers that you can get into, and there's so many more if this is what you're truly passionate about. If anyone needs more help in regards to finding out more information regarding careers in this industry, please feel free to reach out to me. I would be glad to help you. Just some of the skill sets that are needed, at least in the greenhouse industry, is that irrigating, but properly irrigating and know how to test water and the pH, fertilization, transplanting, seed sowing, and disease control as well with insect control. We need marketing skills here as well with advertising and price setting, quality control, post-harvest storage, grading, packaging, and shipping. So if you're really into marketing, if you are a client-based person, if you want to be dealing with the customers, maybe you would get into this other than actually growing the plants. But if you wanted to actually grow the plants, that's more of something to do within the field, and making it a specialist either in the plant propagating area or with the other departments as well. See, working in the field, I know a lot of you guys have already done your internships, and maybe some of you haven't, but you're not just going to be plainly doing one job. You're going to be doing multiple jobs. Various skill sets are going to be played in gear here. So you also have to have administrative skills, especially if you're going to be managing the site, the greenhouses, like many of you I'm sure will. So you're going to be having to do hiring, firing, coordinating responsibilities, scheduling, financial elements, record and computer use, ordering, scheduling, planting, and billing. But luckily for you guys, you had to take an introduction to business course. You have to be taking other courses that also touch on all of these points, which is very beneficial. Some legal skills are also going to come into play here with the pesticide laws and regulations, especially if you are a pesticide applicator. Being a pesticide applicator, you have a huge responsibility, and I know a lot of you are currently and or will be a pesticide applicator. So really making sure that you are following those labels and that you are not going against those labels, that you're not breaking the law, is going to be very important, and that you are record keeping at all times with every single time that you apply those pesticides, because at any point OSHA could come in and see exactly what you're doing, and if you did anything wrong, you can get fined for a lot of money or potentially go to jail. So we have a couple different growers. There's wholesale and there's retailers. The wholesale growers sell specifically to retailers and may not sell to the public. Usually at wholesale prices, they are a lot cheaper, but just if Joe Schmo wanted to go in there without a company, he would not be able to buy product from a wholesale grower. Retailers, on the other hand, like Lowe's and Home Depot and Petit's, they sell to the public, and they could sell to absolutely anyone. Sometimes, as a large company or a landscaper comes in, they could potentially get a price break because they come in so often, but that needs to be worked out with the owner of that company prior. Growers and propagators are in charge of production of one large greenhouse. They oversee the elements of their assigned greenhouse, manage this. They usually have a crew underneath them, managing their schedules as well, making sure that everything is up to par. Marketing manager deals with the grading, post-harvest, and storage, packaging, and shipment of all of the different products. They have to order miscellaneous things that need to be replaced, such as cartons and containers, packaging materials. And they also have a crew that's below them that's in charge of the graders and packers and taggers as well. The shipping room manager handles the crops from the time it comes from the greenhouse until it is packed, and in charge of the graders and packers as well. Other career options here, if you're really into soil, they always need a soil tech that are going to be running pH tests, soluble salts tests every couple days to make sure that everything's up to par. If any nutrients are lacking, fertilization can be scheduled. So a soils person, if you guys are really into soils, that might be an option to get into. Every nursery usually needs a soils person, or soils and water quality kind of go hand in hand because you're still running the pH and soluble salts test for both. So that would be good. Other career options are drivers, so they can move their product back and forth, and then general laborers.